Hello guys. So in the previous video we learned about if-else statement, and there can be different aspects of if-else statement based on the conditions which are given in that. But the scope the scope of if and else statement is very limited, right? What I want to say is that, you see, if you have a condition which is true in case of if, then you are going to print something. Else, we are going to print something. It is very clear. This is a very basic format of if and else, and it seems that it only has a very limited scope of printing something. Whether if is true or else is true, you are going to print something only once, right? And for that matter, I think there should be, and there should be something, a different way of extending this if else statement portion, so that we can print more and more statements. And for that, what we can do, or what has been given to us, is that we can use multiple if statements. Right? It's very simple, and it's going to print something. Okay, so that this is what we are going to learn in this video, which is multiple if statements, right? In our case, in the case of Python, it's called as, first I'm going to write it in comment form. It's called as elif statement. And the point is, if this condition is not true, then in addition to this print condition, you can also search in this condition as well. So first, our program, suppose we are I'm going to explain further in terms of programming, but just to give you an overview, suppose this condition, suppose if there is some condition, and let's label it as C1. Okay, and let's label this condition as C2, and else this condition, right? So suppose if this condition is not fulfilled, right, automatically it will come to this, right? And if this condition is fulfilled, it will get out of this if else block. It is not going to print this else statement because this condition is getting fulfilled, right? And we are going to just get the final output for this statement. Whatever is written in this case is going to get. So it's very simple, and we can also write this here. This is our elif statement, and this is what we are going to talk in this video. In case when we are going to use multiple if statements, then we are going to use if. Okay, so one thing is very clear, that if this condition is not getting fulfilled, then this is going to print this. If this condition is true, the cursor is not going to, the block is not going to be executed for else, and the output will be only for this condition, and it will go further. Okay, and if this condition is not true, this condition is also not true, then the condition of else is getting printed. Fine. So let's start with an example of program, right? For that, what we can do is, suppose we are taking x is equals to 12, y is equals to 13, and z equals to, you can say, 16, right? Yeah. So suppose if x is greater than y, okay, I'm just take an example. Print x is greater than y, right? It's very simple. Go to different next block. Elif, what if x is greater than z? Print x is greater than z, right? Else print both if and elif blocks didn't execute Okay, it's very simple program, and we are going to save this program as if, and before running this program, let me resize my idle. Yeah, and now we are going to run our program. Yeah, so let's see what is the output in this case. And based on our outputs, we are going to dissect this if-Elif-Else block, right? Okay, so we are getting both if and elif blocks didn't execute. Why so? Because if x is greater than y, which is not the case, so this condition didn't get printed, right? After that, if x is greater than z, which is also not the case, so automatically it just printed this condition, right? Now we can do something else as well, right? And I'm going to show you a different aspect of elif statement as well, right? And if x is equals, wait, is x is equals to 12, right? Wow. Print x is equals to 12, right? So we can see that this statement is getting printed, right? And we can just simply understand this because x is equals to 12 here, and this statement is not getting printed, this is not getting printed, but the condition for this elif is true. That's why it's simply printing this and it's getting out of the block, and this is also not getting printed in this case. Why? Because the condition is executed for this, right? So 2 or 3 takeaways from this example. The first thing is that it's very simple, guys, that this else block is only and only associated with this if statement. It doesn't have to do anything with this or that. Okay, it's directly associated with this, right? Because the else will always look upon the if statement which is above written to it, and if the condition in this if the condition in that statement, if the condition is that if a statement is true, then it's not going to print the else statement, right? And if somehow this condition is not printed, for example, if I write like this, if x is not equals to 12, then we can easily see that what happened. Okay, I've written something. Okay. Yeah, so we can easily see that both if and elif blocks means that this condition is again getting printed. Why? Because this statement was not printed, right? And one more thing which I want to show you in this case is that suppose this statement is somehow true, right? I'm going to make it true, right? So we can see that actually x is less than y. So in this case, what will happen, let me show you, that it's just going to print this, and it's going to get out of the if and else, whatever this is block is, right? It's going to get out of this. So I think it's pretty much easily understandable. And what else I can do with this, let me think. You can use many other blocks here, right? You can just give any conditions and it's going to print based on that condition. Let me think something else as well. Yeah. Okay, I got something. Yeah, so just let me paste it here. And what we are going to do is we are going to make a program where we are inserting 3 numbers which are termed as x, y, and z, and from those 3 numbers we are going to get the largest number, okay, out of 3. So this program can be easily done with the if-Elif-Else statement. It's very simple. And you know what, we can also make a grading system, but as for now we are just limiting ourselves to if-Elif-Else statement, and for that we are just limiting ourselves to this example of a greater than concept, right? So suppose we have x and we are going to give input enter x. Okay, we have y, int input, enter y, and then we have okay, all right, yeah. Now we have z, and we have int fine. So now we are going to get x, y, and z from the user, and now we are going to write the logic for it, right? So if x is greater than y, okay, and there are different ways of writing this program. So first I will use and. There is an operator called and, which means both conditions to be true, right? If x is greater than y and x is greater than z, then x is greatest. Now if y is greater than z and y is greater than x as well, in that case print y is greatest, right? And else is pretty much simple. Print, which we know also that z will be the greatest, right? So very simple, right? Let's save this program, run it, and we are going to enter x as we are going to enter x as 12, z as 34, and sorry, y as 34 and z as 90. So we can easily see that wait, let me show you clearly that z is greatest. Okay, fine. So let me run it again once and show to you. Let's make x greatest this time. Y is 12 and 0, so we can easily see that it's printing x as greatest. So I think it is pretty much simple logic, and yeah, I think it will do more than enough for if else and if elif and else statement. And I'm going to see you in next video. Thank you guys for watching this video, and do suggest what should I include in my videos, in my upcoming videos, if you're watching this video, and also share with me your own Python knowledge as well, guys. Thank you so much. Keep calm and code Python, guys. Thank you.